Hello, viewers. I'm SB, and welcome back to Hades 2, where I realized we didn't look at the aspects before going out on the last run, and I didn't want to make that same mistake this run. So, we don't quite have the ability to push the aspect of Eos because always Driftwood. But it looks like we could buy up a level of aspect of Moros here and try out the basic thing here. So your attacks linger for 2 seconds and explode in a blast if struck by your specials. Now remember, this weapon's special is pretty short range if you don't Omega. Right, it's that thing. If you do Omega it does happen a fair bit further out. And so your stuff would just like hang out, and I don't know. I want to try it. I think it's an interesting idea. So it's going to eat up a lot of our Cerberus tiers, and also some bronze.
Grant me the aspect of Moros.
I should have known.
But let's see how this goes. What is the next level up? The next level up is just a nightmare. Well, we certainly have that. So plus 15% damage on the blast. Another nightmare. Turns out we got it.
Reveal your secrets.
Yet another level for just a single nightmare. I mean, why wouldn't we?
You are bound to me, and I am your bearer.
And the next level would be 2 nightmare.
What's going on back there?
Skillamaeus is really he's doing everything in his power to make us feel cool and powerful, and I appreciate that. So big bonus damage. I like the visual update. Okay, the explosion area is actually pretty large. So if we do this, and then we just throw... Okay. Interesting. So there's definitely some compulsion to Omega Special just for the sake of actually being able to do it, right? Because, like, this is tough to... It's easy enough to, like, do this as a one-off, but as a rotation, this has a very, very short range for a ranged weapon. I don't know. We'll see how it works in practice. And then which direction are we going? I've already forgotten. We're going up, right? Today?
If I'm to serve the night,
We're supposed to be beating Eris. So we certainly could use more nightmare, it turns out. All right. Upward. I mean, it feels to me like it's got to be the purse, right? What else would you start with? Yeah, I guess if you feel like you're gonna have a particularly weak open, if you feel like the start of your run's gonna be really tough, maybe one of these health restores like a ghost onion or something. Gain plus 50 max magic. And this is kind of an interesting thing to start with. The problem is, like, I feel like our max magic is almost never our problem. I can't remember ever having a problem where it's like, damn, if I had more max MP. Yeah, let's just start with the purse and get right to it.
This way this time.
So, we had a run down to Chronos last time, and it was good. We got lots of resources, but you know what we found that is probably the most important? Is just a little bit of confidence.
You've seen it now firsthand. Our great mountain is perpetually besieged, and we've not had a moment's peace of late. Yet this trial only makes us stronger as a family.
Trying to climb up the mountain, it's like, oh my god, how bad have I gotten at this game? And then we head back down and compare apples to apples, and it's like, oh, actually, I'm way better than I was at the start of the series. The upward path is just so much harder. So it's nice. It's nice to have that sort of fixed. Casts cause lightning bolts to repeatedly strike. I mean, I don't hate Ionic Gain as a game. I guess to refill our 80 magic every 9 seconds, I think is maybe going to be too slow. Attacks inflicting blitz is kind of whatever. Yeah, I think we're going to want something that is maybe a little bit more effective than Ionic Gain. This is actually the case where, like, Ionic Gain is probably fine if you push your max magic up. Maybe Storm Ring. if it's not this, then like what am I hoping for from the attacks? The attacks are somewhat frequently not going to be hitting the enemies anyway because they're just going to be getting exploded by my own projectiles. Yeah, let's take Storm Ring. And just remember to actually use your cast.
Get shocked.
Yeah, because this is actually like that's expensive. It's not a cheap Omega to do. It's going to be hard to keep that up without some kind of very serious gain. You gotta remember, even with this weapon, even if you are just trying to spam,
A boon.
even if you are just trying to spam single shots, if you're not putting enough space in between them, it just eats magic left and right anyway.
Time to leave here, Em, and we need you at the bottom of the Underworld and the top of Olympus. 2 places at once. My sympathies. The trick is to move really, really fast.
Or maybe to manipulate time. I don't really like I don't really like what we're being shown here. I mean, like, Nimble Limbs is fine. Hasty Retreat's probably pretty good by the end of the run. Yeah, alright. I was debating a reroll, but like a non-rarity enhanced reroll of Hermes is like there's such a wide variety of stuff you can be shown there. Okay, I like this. Hephaestus and Hestia have been absent our last few runs, I feel like. It was nice to see the change up a little bit. There's no universe where I don't take the double hearts. Let's just go get that first.
There's my target. Pylon destroyed.
Yeah, I mean, the explosions, I think, are actually using the Omega Special and then just firing at enemies like normal while they're on the line of the orbit. Seems really quite effective. But it's not as hard to manage as I was afraid it was going to be. It is a shame that in this game the lightning strikes are a little bit more like precision oriented. You know, in Hades 1, Zeus's lightning strikes were all area explosions. I had to click less quickly.
A gift.
I have to make sure I'm inserting space between them so I'm not accidentally just Omegaing all the time. Alright. I think let's get the hammer next, because I think this is going to give us some good information. Oh, hey there, Heracles.
Are about to turn ugly, and I require neither assistance nor witnesses, sister.
I'm sorry, were you inside that guy, or was that a disguise? What happened? Because he just... It looked like that dude just ripped open. And I think, given the smash on the ground, maybe Heracles is supposed to have come down on him, but that's not what I saw. What I saw was Heracles ripping his way out of there like fucking... What's it? Lifestealer? The Dota hero.
I'm passing through, and I'm not leaving here until the traitors to the House of Hades lie broken at our feet.
Fine then. We'll each earn our share. Though the lion's share is coming with me.
I mean, if by that you mean we're just gonna kill the enemies, then yeah, sure, I'm with you. Sounds great, friend. What are you doing?
Get away.
Okay, he's definitely kill stealing me, pretty significantly, I think.
Can't right now.
Yeah, see, I'm already running out of magic.
Anyone else? Truly a feat. You live. By my good graces, granted, but first I've seen somebody stand against the filth that's overtaken this accursed town.
I mean, what did he think I was doing here?
I aim to cleanse the filth down to the source. He resides deep in the Underworld, though I've business to attend to on Olympus first.
What a coincidence. I just returned from there not long ago. So the gods are putting all the pieces into place. You watch yourself, sister. I go.
Okay, well, I guess thanks for the free money. I mean, Clean Coil is live. Your specials orbit faster is not super necessary. Specials grow in size and deal up to 25% damage the longer they're active is definitely compelling. Yeah, I think I like that over Clean Coil. But that's like assuming we get some kind of gain eventually, right?
Oh, good.
Nice. Chronos, you're doing great work. We all saw your contributions there. We're all proud of you. Viewers, if you want to throw some words of encouragement for Chronos down in the comments, I swear he'll see them. So there is a hex there. I'm feeling a little like unsure though. Is the hex actually what we want to take? Because I do like these boons. There's certainly something to be said for like hitch on special with the way we got this set up, but also just like big raw damage on the specials I think also is potentially good. I don't know if I would like Scorch necessarily. I mean, the orbs move pretty fast. I guess you're gonna catch the bosses with them. Maybe actually. I think I am gonna lock in Hephaestus though. I would like to have Hephaestus with us.
A sign of Chronos. One less pylon.
I should probably like focus up here. Let me actually kill a couple of enemies. I'm sort of like jumping all over the place.
I'll tear it apart.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the real close up 1-2 attack special, but it's actually like the way at times it's kind of hard to do it over and over again while also remaining mobile and watching for enemy hits.
What are you doing on this side? Did you lose your way? Thought you had business on the Underworld, not here. Mayhap I'm just a bit out of the loop, is all. You need this stuff or not?
Yeah, no, I'll absolutely take it. So yeah, I was thinking Volcanic Strike would be good. We're not mostly attacking to attack, and so I think that like the explosion from our attack, I guess I don't actually know. Hold on, what's the wording on this? Attacks explode in a blast if struck by your specials. So the damage of the blast is probably based on our attack, not our special. That is interesting. Obviously, heavy metal's gonna be tough in the long run because we're not gonna be able to maintain armor through like the difficult boss fights. But it's very easy to underestimate. I think the value of a thing like that. Because it is a source of scaling raw damage, right? And you don't see a lot of those. So I don't know, maybe it would make us strong enough that it would, that would overcome the inherent weaknesses.
Got that bloody titan, didn't you? Don't feel too bad you couldn't end him altogether. Not like any of the rest of us were able to, as you can plainly see. Instead, mayhaps go kick him while he's down. Happy to help with that.
Yeah, I suppose there's an argument for just like staying in and continuing to attack him, right? Omega Special also launches a fireball and uses 10. I mean, like, that's kind of cool. The thing is, I actually really do like this. We have to get a gain. I do think Flame Strike is probably a little worse than the explosion. I don't know. The blast is kind of a funny one, given the way that our aspect works, obviously. The projectiles are getting eaten by the terrain over there. Yeah, see what's happening up here too. Look at this. Just nothing's coming out because I'm too close to some rocks. Alright, that's cool. I don't know. I might be willing to take an attack overwrite if we can get something that that has some damage scaling.
Show me the surroundings.
So we got 2 left. I think I'm gonna take the hacks, and then the question is, are we adding Hera to our build, or are we going for a second Hestia?
One pylon left.
Yeah, I mean, all the explosions are certainly doing good work.
Welcome. I regret our meetings are in haste, and that we are unable to converse when thus we meet. I am expected high aloft for all to see. Our connection is to remain as hidden as the crossroads. We are to move in shadows. Now,
So, Total Eclipse is an interesting one. It's just it's so frequent that, you know, your opponent's gonna move out of it. I'm gonna take it. We're gonna try to make it work. We will see what we can do, but my concern is for sure that we are going to we're gonna find this whiffing a lot in critical situations.
What else is here?
So, Hestia versus Hera. I might go for another Hestia. I'm just thinking the Hera boon on the specials really doesn't help us all that much. And we already have a lot of explosions and stuff.
You shades are getting out of there.
Ow. Yeah, like in execution, it says 4 seconds, but in execution it may as well be 100 years. It's a really, really tough one. Alright, enough with the spawning.
In the name of Hades.
There we go. Cardio gain. I think cardio gain is exactly what we were looking for.
A lost shade.
Calm that shade down, Chronos. Well done, Chronos.
Chronos is an expert at de-escalation. I guess in a room of this size, 1,000 damage is going to tend to hit stuff. I mean, we got to take time off of the volcanic strike, right? I think so. But yeah, I think cardio gain should be pretty solid, actually, for us. It should also mean that we're, like, pretty free to just hold down the attack button and do omega attacks. If we so choose.
That's good.
One thing I do not know is whether omega attacks will explode for more damage. They probably do, right?
Doomed city at her back, the princess of the dead heads toward a dismal pasture, where she senses that she is not exactly being watched.
Polyphemus must already know I'm here.
Oh, I'm sure.
Good evening, boatman. I bear the gift you generously gave to me, a keepsake to bring fortune on such nights. Things are looking up already. Well, it can't hurt. Death to Chronos.
He's like, it's just a wallet. It's not actually lucky.
I have the gold.
It's literally just a bag. Cardio gain versus more power on the fireball. I mean, it's quite a bit more power.
I fail to see why coin need change hands for a blessing from your uncle. Though come to think, such blessings are most valuable indeed.
Okay, I do love High Surf. I think we've had a lot of good examples. A lot of good examples. A lot of good work has been done by High Surf, and especially to see it above common. It's just like free damage on our enemies all of the time.
Somebody's there.
You said nobody took your eye before, as well as your sheep. How did you lose them then?
Nobody played a dirty trick on me as Al. Plus the sailors thought they could get away with my sheep, so I ate a couple of them. The sailors, that is. But nobody got me when I wasn't looking. Then he got away.
And you've sought vengeance on this nobody ever since?
Oh, not me personally. Someday somebody's gonna get nobody for what he did. So I am gonna get you right here and now.
Alright, let's see if I can make this work. Because we kind of, like, we do kind of want to be close. I don't know if I think that hit me. Wow, okay, I actually did get grabbed. That's wild, considering... I don't know, I thought being in the dash was going to save me. But I guess the iframes are insufficient. Okay, well, he did leave the area, but at least he came back down. Ow. Oh, that's interesting. So it fires the fireball from the special from the Omega special in the direction your character is looking, but that's not always. Sorry, my cough button is not super accessible right at this moment. It's not always where the mouse cursor is. There's a little bit of a, I don't know, like a turn speed delay or something. Interesting problem. The good news is, I mean, we're hitting them, right? that fireball's like it's certainly usable. He goes invincible a lot in a way that's like very frustrating, actually. Gonna earn some magic back here real quick. Okay, doing some good damage there.
What's that?
Ow, I walked into that. Okay, yeah, he has lots of like brief vulnerability periods that are very annoying.
Some wool.
That is way more damage than I thought I was going to take on that fight. Sorry, sheeps. I'm not trying to... Sorry. Am I allowed to interact with this? Okay, I am allowed to interact with this first. I kind of think... I'm thinking maybe we take the aromatic file here and get the extra health and the common boon improvement right now. And if we find another fountain, cool, but... actually, without having bought that... upgrade to the isle that can appear in the Rift of Thessaly, I'm not sure if we can encounter fountains. But at the very least, we can get the benefit of this on the fountain now and the fountain after Eris. I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay, Hasty Retreat got rarefied, which is not the most exciting of our options.
Now then. It's still connected to the main fleet.
See, okay, that cat is here again. Hi there. Aha! We do have a bond button now.
I got you something. If this treat is to your liking, then it means we share a bond. We do. Your name is Tula, isn't it? Let us protect each other from now on.
That's a very adorable image.
See you in the crossroads?
No, Milano was a Bone Thugs fan? I mean, who isn't, right? Hey, Driftwood! Ow. Don't just hit me. Stop it. Okay. How much nectar? I know I prioritized nectar a bunch last time. Okay, we have 5 nectars on us now. That's probably enough that I can start grabbing other stuff. Also enough that I can probably start giving it to the blessing gods. Because you should make sure we have all their keepsakes, right? Ah! Fire! Why did I step into the fire? Fully unnecessary. The fire damage was absolutely going to do the job.
Shamblers.
That's right, I can just hold the button now. This is a much more effective way to fight.
Go, Chronos. Be free.
Alright, doesn't look like anything else worth having. Yeah, if I can just be in Omega mode on both of my attack types, it's actually really helpful. We do a lot more damage that way.
Couldn't do it.
Oh my god, the walls of this place are unkind to my projectiles.
Hestia. goddess Hestia. I hope you will accept this offering. It's a pleasure to have met someone with your warmth, wisdom, and strength.
Well, look at you, making me offerings. Such hospitality. And while I throw most customs to the flames, the old exchange of gifts is one that I don't mind. So here, something from me.
Something from Great Auntie Hestia.
There's one thing I learned from my strong-armed nephew here, dearie, is that you always have to strike while the iron's still hot. Now, come on, up to it, Hephaestus, my lad.
Ah, that's not cool.
I'm up in, lady, yeah. Though if you keep on turning up the heat in here, then this whole forge is gonna blow and take the rest of the damn mountain with it too. And what would Witchy have to fight for then?
If you use your blast effects just after they recharge, they fire twice. That's interesting, and I don't see any reason to think that won't be happening. We have 2 seconds after the recharge to get the double blast. Like, it feels to me like that's just gonna occur, right? Kind of naturally, a lot of the time. So that seems like a pretty rad duo. Yeah, that's the damage output of that is actually really impressive. It does drain the magic very, very quickly. Ow. Stupid shielded enemies.
My claim.
Okay, nothing else collectible around here, it looks like. You know, I probably should have altered that, actually.
It's no use.
Once again, High Tide doing, or whatever it's called, the Poseidon bonus. Doing tremendous work for us here.
You shouldn't have crossed me.
Against waves of little enemies, it's such a powerful bonus.
A bit of solid ground.
Of bull. Bubble, tea leaves, ocean breeze. Bright piggies, look who's back.
Behold that ancient isle on which a great enchantress plies her trade. Amid such flora and fauna as have come to welcome her as one of their own.
It feels so safe and peaceful here.
I really, really enjoy the characterizations of the witches. Hey, guess what?
Madam Cersei, I'm grateful that we had a chance to meet again after all this time. Your kindness to me always meant a lot, and I wanted to give you this small token in return.
Nectar! Oh, thank you, little miss. I've made attempts to brew my own, but never get it right. Though why don't you take this in kind? Think of it as a little island souvenir.
It's beautiful and quite adorable. Thank you.
What has the world come to, little miss? Oh, living on my little isle, I must have been the last to learn calamity had spread all from the heavens to beneath the earth.
And Chronos is responsible for all of it. Time apparently wishes to ruin everything eventually, though we are not about to let him have his way. We'll drive his forces from Olympus and unseat him from my father's throne.
Oh, we immortals and our warring ways. What example do we set for mortal kind? But I know certain battles must be fought, and I remain committed to Our Lady Hecate and you.
Okay. Upgrade 2 of our active arcana or run one inactive arcana. Unfortunately, we don't have the ability to look at the inactive arcana. We just have to memorize them. You just have to know what else is available. There are several inactive arcana that would be really unimpressive as bonuses, like the sprint one or whatever. I wish it would. I wish it was like randomly draw one of your inactive arcana with a grasp value of at least 3. You know, I think the lapis lazuli insight might be interesting.
Be safe.
Thank
The
you, madam.
huntress and the centaur. I think that's a pretty good pull. We'll go examine that
Trap is set.
up close in a second here.
The waters teem with life.
Got a bite.
Okay,
Hello,
I
Shrimp.
feel like that was pretty fast.
Rescue from the rift.
Peace, Madam Cersei.
And peace to you.
Okay, so the centaur, sorceress is this. The centaur is our health and mana gain over time, which I think is a pretty good one to have pulled. That's gonna be something. This one's less exciting. Or no, wait, the sorceress is still. It was the huntress. Okay, you know, honestly, leveling that one up is pretty good, and it's gonna be active a lot. We are spending frequently. Also, more driftwood. I am fucking overjoyed.
Now for the captain's wheel.
Okay, I certainly don't need the bones. I'm briefly considering altering, but this is fine. Stupid teleporting swords.
Last
All right,
one.
1,000 damage felt pretty significant there, and like a good proportional weapon. I do like the Omega projectile. It's just a slightly larger, better formed ghost here.
Always use more.
All right, so I don't feel like I'm exactly killing it so far in the actual like play execution of this build, but I think we have a lot going for us. Do we still need more max HP? Of course we do. Okay, almost got myself... I almost put myself back in the way of a projectile that I had already dodged there. Which is a pretty non-pro move, in my opinion. Thanks, Icarus. I feel like I kind of got under control, but you know, your heart's in the right place. Okay, maybe I was wrong. Maybe there's a lot, actually, like a lot more enemies left than I had realized, and your help is extremely welcome. Thanks. I thought it was a pretty good shot, too. The key is to not care at all what gets hit by your attacks and just kind of throw them out there. Because who the fuck knows what's going to happen in the 4 full seconds before they go off.
Hey, Melly.
All of a sudden, we're going through these nectars very quickly.
You can fly wherever you want now, but I'm glad you didn't go so far I couldn't catch up. Here, in light of your godlike wings, a little gift.
Oh, come on. Just because I've been flying around near Olympus doesn't mean I get to feast like I'm from there. But maybe with your permission, hey? You know what? I've got something for you too.
Is it a bomb? Is it a huge bomb?
Is this one of your inventions? Amazing. Thank you.
An experimental daedalus hammer is actually very appropriate. That's a cool idea.
Something happened since the last time you were here. These ships, one after another, they all sank. Never seen these waters so calm. Did you?
Did I reach Chronos in my father's house and slay him? Yes. And did he then reconstitute himself, perhaps entirely negating whatever I achieved? Also yes.
I always knew you'd get him, Nelly. But as you can see, his risen fleet has risen once again. Though sounds to me like you found one of its weaknesses. Take your pick.
Alright, 100 armor is it's not nothing. Casts blast the area, dealing 500 damage to foes but 20 to you, so just don't be in there. Your attack boon gains +3 levels. Leveling up our attack boon increases it makes it recharge faster, and increasing its rarity increases the blast damage. So, I mean, Ingenious Strike would not be bad. We get it probably down to 7 seconds, right? I think we're probably a second off per level. This, I'm a little leery of making it so I produce an area that I can't stand in, just because I know that I don't always have the wherewithal, to be paying attention to such a thing. But I think this should be fine. Priming another 35 magic is really not that big of a deal. We still have 91 to play with. Alright, and we pulled 2 driftwood. Feeling pretty good about all that. Ooh, yeah. This Path of Stars is actually very welcome.
Hear me, on my authority.
Specials inflict blitz. I mean, it's fine, I guess. It's true that we somehow we still don't have a special boon, but this one's not very good. Your lightning bolts can strike 2 times, so when enemies in our cast obviously are suffering from this. Thunder Rush isn't terrible either. So what do I really want from you? To be perfectly honest, what I want from him mostly is to be a different god. Yeah, let's take Double Strike.
The might of the heavens.
Choose your path.
Alright, so our big modifiers are 3 smaller blasts that each deal 100 damage, so you're more likely to get something out of it. When your hex strikes a guardian, the next hex charges up immediately, 30 points. Whenever you use your hex, gain 50 armor until the blast goes off. After using your hex, foes in the target area take plus 30% damage. Like, for the rest of their life? Because if so, I think we have to take that. Fragmentation is good and everything, but so larger area, even larger area, more base power, and it softens enemies up. And then we have some pretty obvious, and I would say significant power gains if we do manage to get another Path of the Stars.
You're tougher than you look. I'll give you that trouble. And I'll give you something else for what you did to me last time. The outcome of our prior meeting was the direct result of your provocation and hostility. Tonight may go even worse. Wait, you're telling me our choices have consequences? Come on, don't be so gullible. Anyway, I'm gonna open fire now.
It does feel like she's sort of contradicting herself in her moment of glibness about the things she's being glib about. Yoink. Aha! What's up now? Gotta make sure I'm actually hitting her with our attacks when I can. A big part of the problem we're gonna have here is that she just doesn't stand still very much.
Right with you.
She went invincible for her attack thing right before the explosion happened. I gotta like actually hit her with some normal stuff here just to gain back some magic. I'm not gonna try to hit her with it now. Let's let her go up and come down again, and when she lands steady next, we'll hit her right at the landing location as quickly as possible. I should have done that while she was aiming. I mean, we're getting some decent stuff done here. Our damage output's like quite solid. Well, I sure showed that random harpy who's boss. That's never gonna hit her. Oh, her shield did end right away. Okay. Nope, it didn't. She got back in the air.
Why does this always happen to me?
It's fine. We got tools. We got plenty of ways of dealing damage.
The Testament of Night.
How long was she sitting? What is this that she's eating? Are these like candy bars? How long was she hanging out here waiting for me?
As planned.
Alright, and it turns out I don't think I'm even going to need the bonus fountain healing. Well, you know what? No, we probably would have filled up without the bonus there. Okay, so new stuff. Obviously, the boon stuff, the boon gods, their bonuses all work approximately the same. After the next Guardian, activate 2 random inactive arcana. That's really cool and definitely like a good early run. The experimental hammer gives you a thing that only lasts 10 encounters. Is this going to generally last to the boss? Each region is not quite 10 points long, right? I think that's true. That's compelling for sure. I kind of think maybe I want to take the knucklebones. These are going to level up. We're having a lot of trouble with what's his face up ahead, and the knucklebones will certainly help with that. And in addition, I want to get them generally leveled up because they're, I think, quite good. So let's take that on and then get up here and get murdered by the security system.
Cold up here. That's quite enough.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to let them continue fighting that thing.
The very mountain groans and rumbles underneath the feet of the princess. Its stonework shifting, not unlike her father's realm.
Reminds me of home now that you mention it.
You know, because for some reason we feel compelled to always have a diegetic reason that the thing is different on every run, even though I think nobody really cares. Ow. I did not dodge that successfully. Ow. It's really easy to take a lot of damage in there. Show me something cool, Mr. Daedalus. Attacks fire farther and deal 30% more damage. Now here's the question. Does this mean that my attacks move faster? Like, do they travel farther in the same amount of time? Because I actually wouldn't want them to move faster. But I don't think bonus damage to armor is very exciting.
I'm grateful, Daedalus.
It's a really common bonus on the hammers, and like I get the idea. It's so much more dangerous to fight an enemy who has armor on because you can't stun them and stuff. But yeah, overall I think it's just like a really not fun or interesting bonus, generally speaking. Again, look at all the beautiful explosions. We're able to do so much damage. Yeah, it does look like the projectiles are moving faster, and I did see more of them than usual, I think, sneaking between the special strikes, which is exactly what we do not want happening.
Enough of this.
I don't know how obvious it was to y'all, but it looked to me there like we were seeing the enemy was getting hit by the Poseidon damage from starting its attack animation, but never actually getting to complete the attack animation because the hit stuns, which is kind of like the best of all possible worlds at all times there, which was rad. Oh, hey, do you mind? This is what happens when you don't give centaurs full focus. Centaurs. Satyrs. Satyrs is what I mean to say. Ah. The amount of armor these dudes have is crazy. Right, like that guy had armor and was in the area of the 1,000-point blast, and he didn't even lose all of the armor off of it.
It's Poseidon.
Okay, I'm taking crazy amounts of damage here. Okay, the damage reduction from Guardians does not scale up. That's a real bummer. How much nectar do I have on me now? Just 2? You know what? I'll do one more.
I heard so much about you, Uncle. But you're not just very strong. You're generous as well. I am grateful, and would give you this.
Little niece, how thoughtful, but deeply unnecessary. Yet now I'm feeling generous, so here, this one's for you.
Well, this is quite a catch. Olympus, I accept this message.
Omega moves launch a wide wave ahead that knocks foes away. I don't really want to be knocking foes away. You know, the range of our thing is like pretty limited. For the same reason, I don't like wave flourish is just not impressive. We would like something. I think. Well, yeah, I would take blitz on special or something. I think wave flourish is the wrong move. In fact, I kind of think these are all the wrong move. Omega cast, I guess. Like the problem is I'm never using my magic on that, right? I'm gonna reoffer.
Let's see what else.
You know, buried treasure, while not terribly exciting broadly, does give me some health right now, and I am actually like pretty badly wounded.
Something of value there.
Oh, did we not get? We didn't get any health. It's apparently not the case that it spawns like one of each of those things. It spawns a number of items from those pools. And I must have gotten one health item. But overall, that was quite bad. Okay, I love heart, but higher damage Hephaestus boon, or higher rarity Hephaestus boons probably got to be the way.
I'm back to put you out of commission again.
Stay over here. Stay to the side. Oh, okay. Festus tends to stay put for long, or Talos rather, tends to stay put for long periods of time, so I think this should actually work out really well. Ow. Oh, come on. It's my fault for thinking that was going to bounce in like a bouncy way. I should not have done that. I should have waited for him to resettle again. And I got lucky, but that worked out. Nope. Ah, damn it. That really sucks. I can't believe that I missed him. Yeah, what happened there... The wall is not a smooth surface over here. I was running this way and ran into the brazier because there's this divot in the collision around the gate. Ah, that really sucks. That really, really sucks.
You seen that Icarus flying about? At first I took him for some giant ghostly bird, but it's that kid of Daedalus, all right. I reckon he made his latest wings himself. He's not too bad.
Okay, so yeah, Uncanny Fortitude. 25% of your max magic as health is, at this point, reasonably powerful. Glow is great. 20% glow is excellent. So after we blast, just 20% more damage on anything that survived the blast. That's going to be, you know, just bosses. Do I want to spend a reroll on this? There are some boons that I actually would rather like a palm on, I suppose. We have so much money. Like, nearby is strong, I think. There are some foes over there somewhere. Yeah, there's just so many attacks coming from so many directions.
Not good enough.
High surf, 10 extra seconds, another second off of volcanic strike. Honestly, this is getting so good.
Chronos, hypnotize. Rest easy now.
I'll tell you, I could really use a Well of Charon up here. I think at this point, with this much HP, I wonder if it is reasonable to go for the heart again. What am I going to get from Zeus that I would actually want? Blitz on special is like pretty fine. Yeah, you know, honestly, that and the dash thing would also be reasonable. Everybody stay over there and absorb my explosions. Let's make sure none of these guys have their shields on. So when that comes down, it can be devastating for as many of them as possible. I just ran right into that. I'm not 100% sure. It must have been an attack, a ranged attack from one of the satyrs that hit me. Wow, this runs over, basically. That's a shame. I think our build's good, but I'm getting...
In the name of Hades.
I'm taking so much bad damage out of nowhere, like... Oh, you know, Power Surge. Power Surge is actually pretty good for us. Unless we see an opportunity to buy back a pretty significant amount of our health or a death defiance or something. It's hard for me to imagine I'm beating Prometheus in this state, right? Like, given how good I am at that fight. Are we not done, really? Curse you, dragon, escaping my wrath. Yeesh.
Olympus, I accept this message.
We certainly don't need more money. This is a reoffer.
Sure, why not?
Omega moves are faster is a little bit compelling, I think, for us. Okay, at this point, I think a star path is probably better than a boon, even though we know the boon is like an extra 0.5% dodge or whatever. Like, our next star path is, like, really significant. Hooray for explosions! Well, that's not a very good place to put that. Okay, he kind of walked into the edge of it. Hey, you two are our natural enemies, aren't you? Apparently only sometimes.
Not now.
Alright, so like obviously I have three charges. I mean, purpose and fragmentation. Purpose is good. Yeah, there are some good for the rest of the encounter bonuses attached to this one that I do think make it pretty compelling. Actually, we have to take this shop. We have so much money, and I desperately need there to be some food or something here. Well, you know, a heart is like food.
There.
Such is the smuggler's life.
Then we just buy everything. Whenever you claim rewards other than boons that are rare resources, a copy may appear. I suppose I could have looked at this first and maybe gotten an extra heart out of it. Specials hit foes with splash. I kind of think this is a reoffer.
Let's try this again.
There's just like not a huge amount of exciting stuff that he has left to offer us, I think. I definitely don't think we should wave strike. This makes each of our specials deal 25 more damage when it hits, right? It's just I don't want our foes separating, and I think anything that was a percentage scaler is going to give us better damage. Blitz is going to give us better damage. I'm taking C Star. I could have just taken it so that we could get an override, I suppose. But I mean, I was under the impression that we were about where we are here, so.
Ah, yes. Resist all you like, yet the age of gods shall end. Time shall see to it. And thereafter a golden age of enlightenment shall begin, in which you gods hold far less sway.
That's probably fair.
If I somehow gave you the impression that I'm interested in your doomsaying and false prophecies, I assure you I'm not.
Your disregard is the very reason you're no longer fit to rule. I know you'll never relinquish this mountain. Fall with it, then. Go, Titus.
Let's see what happens.
that so that, you know, this hasn't been a total waste. And he moves over just long enough to not get hit by that, and then moves right back into the area.
I'll never serve the gods. Only the future.
I dashed and did not go anywhere, and since I did not go anywhere, the dash animation was very short.
Prometheus.
Again, just like uneven bits in the wall. I'm trying to dash like along the wall, and I'm getting stuck in fucking little crenellations and yeesh.
If Prometheus knows everything that's going to happen, then he must know I'm not giving up.
Hey, Mel.
Everything all right, Dora? Any new hauntings need evaluation or anything?
I'm fine. It's just, I think I've hit a bit of a slump, is all. Happens, right? I'll get over it.
Good.
You look well.
I worry about her.
You must know the Titan Prometheus. I faced him on Olympus. Little wonder he now fights against the gods, having met his doom and lived. Unlike the mortals he supposedly cares for so much.
Prometheus. I took no pleasure in his plight. The gods certainly know how to make an example of someone. Now he seeks vengeance. A favored pattern in the weavings of the fates.
Now that you mention it, his knowledge of the future seems similar to that of your sisters. Do you suppose he's sided with Chronos because he knows Chronos will ultimately win?
I do not wish to speculate, Princess. All I know is the Titan of Foresight never was the violent sort. His experience in captivity must have changed him.
I'll have to change him some more.
I think the issue is that the Prime Eagle
What's Eris up to now?
clearly has him hypnotized, using its incredible eagle powers. Okay, eight nightmare fuel from doing all the upgraded bosses. Form a bond with another animal familiar for some more bones. Oh right, I gotta look at all the. What is that? I don't even know what that is. I gotta look at all the gathering tools.
You're here, Lord Charon.
Because we can probably upgrade more of them.
Oh, if only. Lord Charon always delivers.
So what's up with you? Okay, you can get us more lures now. That makes sense. We have 961 bones. Here's a bunch of psyche.
Lord Charon's gold rewards.
Haven't put in enough money for more.
You're awake.
Do you want to go fishing?
Do you suppose we could take a brief break from all this and stop by the river over at the pier?
I do wish to see firsthand whether your skill at fishing has improved, yet unfortunately I have other matters that I must attend to now.
Headmistress, I saw Icarus up there during my voyage toward Olympus. He flies free, but fights for us still, doing what he can to disrupt the Titan's legions.
And? You need not make attempts to endear him to me. My judgment of one's character need not affect your own.
Sometimes I worry you think he abandoned us during a time of need, and wasn't a good influence on me.
You need not speculate about my thoughts. The follies of young Icarus are positively mild in comparison to most. I harbor no ill will toward him. He'd not be flying if I did.
Is he still welcome here at least?
If that is both your wish and his.
The follies of young Icarus are inconsequential in comparison to other.
May my intent be true.
When did that thing happen? You know that thing we all know about? I wonder. Cause locations throughout the Underworld to sometimes contain an infernal trove. Even more treasure. I'd love it. I would love for that to be the case.
The stolen troves of Hades all shall rise.
Interesting.
Because you know what we never have enough of is money. So, you know, it does actually only take one garlic to get Deathly Fortune. I had forgotten. We do have one garlic thing that is easy to unlock. Locations on the surface to sometimes contain a Shrine of Hermes is definitely a thing we should pick up. We can just buy 2 Fates fabrics. And I think that's a good use for the driftwood here. Broker, I need a thing from you.
Here you are.
Whoop, 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 indeed.
May all the travel shrines of Swift Lord Hermes re-emerge.
Alright, there we go. Now we'll actually be able to spend all that gold. And what else are we close to? So I should probably do this. Right now we're just accumulating fish and getting no benefit from them. So, plant the garlic. Yeah, alright.
This will.
You know the great Olympian defender Talos? One of the most ingenious inventions of Hephaestus and a walking work of art, yet utterly unable to distinguish friend from foe.
That disappointing lack of judgment allegedly is not an oversight. Olympus deploys Talos where they want no one to tread, and lately, their own mountain is that place.
Sometimes I think Olympus doesn't have the most cohesive plan for their defense. Isn't Lady Athena herself supposed to be in charge?
Supposed to be, aye. You know your family, goddess. In matters of importance, they all want to get involved.
Which is to say, absolutely no one is in charge, which comports with what we've seen up there.
For their sake, I hope Talos isn't costly to repair.
Do you want to go fishing? Somebody needs to go no, he's not interested. Somebody needs to go fishing with me. I paid a lot to build this dock.
Say, would you accompany me to the riverbank a bit? Blow off some steam, or maybe I could push you in or something?
Could be going after perpetrators of unspeakable evil across the surface, but you're asking me to go after some poor fish? No.
Eris stands against us. Just as I neared my destination on the surface, she was there. Let the adamant rail do much of the talking.
Imagine my surprise. So what to do? Can't kick her out since all children of Nyx are welcome here? Whose ever bright idea that was. Maybe give her some more second chances?
You've made your point.
Some nightshade.
Live and thrive.
I guess we did pull more garlic there anyway. Do you want... Okay, you don't want to go fishing. I thought maybe it would be just the thing to wake him up, you know?
I should be able to increase my grasp.
Okay, so at 27 grasp, we could just turn on the Furies, and that's certainly not bad. We could turn off Eternity and grab a 5 cost, although we have to... Obviously, it has to be a 5 cost that we can reach. If we turn off Eternity, we also lose the Moon, which is a little bit of a shame. I am actually enjoying the auto-charging hexes. The Unseen is pretty cool, and this probably counts as a surrounding card. I'm kind of thinking like Origination, though, maybe? Yeah.
Origination.
This could be a good way to get a solid bit of bonus damage going on bosses. How much would it be to level it up, and how much does it level up to? Okay, the answer is a lot. What was Death Defiance? Death Defiance, we needed 12 M Dust and 1 S Dust, which I didn't have at the time. 12 M Dust we can totally buy, though. Right? And then to level this up as well was like 6? 5? They're 80 each, so I actually cannot buy 12 of them right now. So I think I'm going to hold off spending because I think getting the other Death Defiance is the thing I want to commit to. So for the moment, we'll just keep it like this. Origination, I think, is going to be is going to be good sometimes. It's good if your build, you know, it's good if your build is right for it. The other thing we could do, I suppose, is I could pull from somewhere else and get us the Artificer, allowing us to pick up Excellence, which, I mean, Excellence is pretty good. Oh, Divinity. I haven't had unlocked, but we have had the Awakening bonus for it for like 1,000,000 years. What does it cost to upgrade this one? Okay. It's not cheap, and the upgrade's not amazing, but it's definitely something to think about. We could lose 3 rerolls and Origination to instead pick up Artificer Excellence, and then we would maintain the column here.
The Artificer.
We still have Centaur, right? We still have Divinity. This doesn't let us play with our Hex quite as aggressively, but it does give us better blessings. Overall, we're going to get better boons, and hopefully that'll be really cool. And hopefully we won't need all the rerolls we're missing. I don't know. It's worth a shot. I'm just playing around with the build. So, next time it looks like...
Tula, you made it.
Right. New friend.
There's a good gal.
So, Chronos is not the jealous type, hopefully.
Join me.
Sprint by Tula and she will attack. Oh no, Skelemeus, look out.
All the way from Mount Olympus here. I look like a scratching post to you?
Okay, that's interesting. She gives a bonus Death Defiance. And she makes fishing points more likely, which is not super compelling, but she does do the fishing for you as well. Yeah, that's okay. All right. That's something. So anyway, skulls. Haven't been doing so well with the skull weapon, I feel like. Skulls require a Prometheus kill with a level of rivals up. I mean, we could try it. I mean, with 2 things, a level of rivals will do it. Doesn't have to be a level of rivals, but I do kind of want to see the Polyphemus fight with that up. And then the question is just like, what do we have available from this perspective? We have the Aspect of Medea. Attack stays within reach and explodes after landing your specials or 3 seconds. And it just gives you a significant bonus to the damage of attacks and specials. You know what? I'm curious about it. I'm going to want to unlock all of these eventually. Yep, and then it's just a little nightmare to get a little bit more boost. Okay, so 45% bonus damage on attack and specials in general, plus a little functionality change. So you still get that, and you can still make that actually fire out. Okay. So you do your attack, and it stays banked up on you. And then it explodes out. It says land your special, right? Explodes after landing your special. So theoretically, if I were to dash and actually make contact with somebody, the attacks would explode out. I mean, I guess that's testable. Yeah. Okay, it's interesting. It turns it into like basically just a melee weapon. Well, you still have the Omega attack. Yeah, okay. It's neat. It's a neat way of doing things. Anyway, that's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Maybe a little bit of a disappointing result there, but at the very least, we did keep pushing Testaments forward. We did keep gaining Nightmare resources, and slowly but surely, I am going to get better at fighting the enemies on the upward path. I know it maybe doesn't seem like I'm doing that right now, but we're gonna get there. So come back next time for more of that. Every failure teaches us something, and we'll see you then.